Now, am I right in saying that, woo, holy smokes. Okay, so thankfully the Bronco does really hold itself together, because that's a situation where I think in a Jeep we would have gone into the ditch. Welcome to 2023. We are in the Bronco on roads that, quite frankly, I'd be a little worried driving on. We're going through a mountain pass, and I'd be worried driving quickly with a Jeep because, well, you got that dangerous wobble. So the independent front suspension is great on all these washboard roads, especially in the corners, because the vehicle is really sticking in the corner despite absorbing a lot of bumps, but we're not getting that, you know, left kind of sucked off the road because of all those bumps. So let's just show you what this road looks like. But this is the main reason I absolutely love the Bronco is the comfort. Now, we drove through here with the Raptor, and the Raptor F150 was more comfortable. And tight pass with a van here. The F150 Raptor was more comfortable, which makes me just think the Wild Track with Haas 3.0 is now the Bronco to have if you've got roads like this. So we're off to a New Year's celebration at the parents' house. Let's show you these roads through the mountains. So we've got these roads here, lots of really, well, this section's actually quite a bit better than what we just drove through. There's sections where it's just bumps, but the independent front suspension does hold the vehicle together and makes driving in the desired line actually possible. Now, the Raptor did handle this better, but the Bronco, the Sasquatch Package, so this is an Outerbanks with Sasquatch high package. So we got that 12-inch screen that we really like. We've had pretty good luck with it, except for now the heating system is occasionally giving this burning smell, so we'll have to have that looked at. Of course, the back rivets on the top started to disconnect, but these roads, the vehicle does hold together well. I've done a lot less roads that are a lot better than this with the Jeep, and you know, we slid across the road, which is the main reason why we didn't buy a Jeep Rubicon despite liking it. We don't like driving over really bad roads at high speeds with it, so that's its weakness. Bronco, its weakness is getting one can be a little bit pretty difficult, pretty long wait these days. But once you get one, I promise you the wait is worth it. We love the drive on this, Marie. Well, I say we, I'm speaking for you. How have you found the drive?
The drive of the Bronco goes very well.
So you're saying the Bronco, you've been finding it's going quite well for the drive?
Yeah, the Bronco goes very well. It's fun to drive too, and it sticks to the road, so yeah, I pretty like it.
All road conditions, so real comfortable on the highway. Now, am I right in saying that, woo, holy smokes. Okay, so thankfully the Bronco does really hold itself together, because that's a situation where I think in a Jeep we would have gone into the ditch. That was really soft and bumpy road. You didn't see it, the windshield just got completely covered in mud. This
was a big hole.
This is a mountain road off to the parents' house, so this is why we like having an off-road machine. And of course, we like off-roading. This is on-road off-roading because Quebec roads can be pretty bad. So yeah, you're saying, well, there's the proof. You like the suspension. It's been good on the highway. It's been good on horrible. It's been fantastic. Just incredible on horrible roads.
And I guess with the Sasquatch tires, it helps too with the little holes that we have on that road, because it's not with asphalt, so
yeah,
we feel little bumps all the time.
Yeah, well, we deal with bumps all the time, but the Bronco is good at handling it. The stock tires, they've been criticized by some, but they've been good to us. Now, there is some vibration in the vehicle, but we are running at full pressures. We've got about 36, 38 pounds of pressure in those 35-inch tires. Fuel economy, you know, the fact that it's got 35-inch tires and we're getting fuel economy, it's winter, we're at 14.8 liters per 100 kilometers, so roughly 15 miles per gallon. And I'd say that's good for a big square brick that's on 35s. Love the squared off look, and hope you get your Bronco soon. Now we're finally back on asphalt, so you actually get a good image. So welcome back to the channel where you can actually see us. So I'm Johnny from Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, and this is Marie. Now please do like and subscribe, help support us so that you don't miss out on important information. We drop a lot of news here, and we do a few reviews. We have a Mustang GT 2022 GT convertible. We've got an F150 Raptor 2019. We've got this 21 Bronco. It's our second Bronco because we sold, I guess we sold your Bronco, the Badlands.
Yeah, and soon we'll have Maverick.
We will have your Maverick soon, honey, and the Lightning, well, the Lightning's going to depend because the market has changed since I bought that Raptor. It's dropped $10,000 on the value of that Raptor. So are we going to take a $10,000 hit for 3 months of use? I'm having trouble swallowing that pill, and I'm also having trouble swallowing the pill of selling this Bronco so that I can have that Lightning, because we love the Bronco. So unless the trade value on the Bronco makes it so that we drove it for very little, right now we had it quickly evaluated, and it did look like this would also have depreciated by actually over $10,000 since we bought it. So we need to look to see if we can find a buyer for this, and first decide if we're really willing to have a Lightning instead of this Bronco that we absolutely love. This we can actually drive to Florida, whereas our Florida trip in the Lightning I've calculated to have require 10 40-minute stops. So we'd have to stop 10 times for 40 minutes, adding 400 minutes to our journey. So I'm not super in math, but 40 divided by 60, we'd be adding how many hours to the trip? What is that, 8 hours? I'm gonna embarrass myself here, but
yeah, it's around that.
Yeah, sorry, it's more like 7 hours. 6 times 7, 42.
Yeah,
oh, my bad.
Between 7 and 8.
Yeah, so between 7 and 8, because the battery does charge slower. Ideally, we'd be stopping more often because you don't want to go underneath a 15% charge and not over an 80% charge, because electric vehicles that protect themselves properly charge slowly, at least under current lithium-ion technology. But we'll see what lithium-ion phosphate brings, because those we're supposed to be able to charge right up full to 100% at full speed. So I look forward to that technological drop and bringing you that kind of information. But for a 1-year review on the Bronco, I give it a 95%. I'm 95% satisfied. The 5% I'm not satisfied goes down to little things like the sound system being, just barely passing. You can listen to it and it's fine until you listen to it above, volume 12. So that bugs me. But the drive is just incredible. Off-roading, it's absolutely incredible. I cannot think of a better vehicle. I've never driven a better vehicle. Off-road and on-road, it's so comfortable. Incredible turning radius. The fuel economy, well, it's to be expected, but it's not great. And to get to 100%, I would need Ford to bring out a plug-in version of this, which I do see coming up either as a mid-model refresh if demand goes down. If not, it'll come with the new platform roughly 5 to 8 years after the original. So 2021, we'd be talking about as late as 2029 for that plug-in, but I do hope that we'll get it as a mid-model refresh. Would you dig that plug-in Bronco?
Will be the best swirl.
Ford, give us a lot of torque out of that plug-in Bronco. Now let's test a little acceleration here. Alright, got some tires spinning there. So yeah, now that takes us to 100 quite quickly. The Raptor's a little faster. The Lightning is a heck of a lot faster. You don't get any sound of an electric vehicle. So let us know how you feel about electric vehicles, how you feel about your Bronco. Are you still waiting for it? Was it worth the wait? Have you gotten it yet? Marie, you waited for this Bronco to show up. Was it worth the wait that we had?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we had a 6.
Always
we're
worth
lucky.
the wait when it's a Bronco.
We had about a 8-month wait, so we were lucky. But we also took the soft top to make things go significantly faster. So that's a little tip and trick. to get your Bronco sooner. The soft top still does definitely help. People have talked about removing the 2.7 liter. Both are 2.7. Both our Broncos were 2.7 liters, and we just love this engine. It is a good, reliable engine, so don't be fooled on that either. There's roughly 60 that the engine's blue because of bad valves that have been delivered. That's all resolved, so don't worry one bit about that. You want to add anything?
Yeah, you were talking, it worked great. I remember the first time I saw the Bronco that you bring home, the other one, the blue that we had before. I was surprised how much it's bigger than I was thinking.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have so much space, it's a big car, you see upper when you're on the road, so it's just amazing to drive that.
Now, to support your point, I'm going to throw in a picture right about now of a Jeep, and even the Sasquatch against a Jeep Rubicon, this looks a lot bigger. And if you go with a two-door Bronco, you're going to get a lot more trunk space than a Jeep two-door. And actually, the wheelbase, really the Bronco handles well. It's a great drive. Doesn't have a death wobble, driving you across the road. They did a really great job putting on independent front suspension, and off-road it does a great job also with the independent front suspension. We've taken our Badlands off-roads many times. We also went to the New Hampshire event, which is a mix of rock crawl, mountain crawl, and the Bronco does great. So one of those rare times where I don't have a whole lot of negative to say other than the tops need to get better. Our back, the rivets, at least Ford's giving us free metal rivets, so that's awesome. Ford, thank you for taking responsibility on that. The transmission is absolutely incredible. The shifts are quick, you barely notice them. The vehicle's smart, it knows what gear to be in, give you what you're asking for. It's very intuitive, so we've been very, very pleased with the transmission. Incredible motor. Sound system, like I said, needs work, so Ford, get on that. You had given it to us saying we'd get them with a subwoofer, and we're thinking, hey, maybe this is going to resolve it, but then you took the subwoofer away because of constraints. But get on that. Soundbar, I think, is a good solution for the aftermarket, but we'll see if we're willing to give this up for a Lightning. Took a $10,000 hit in 3 months on the Raptor, and will take quite a hefty hit so far from what it would seem on this Bronco, but we'll see what the car market holds. So if you want news on the car market, we're up to date on this, so we're putting out usually a once a month video on where the car market currently is and buying tips and tricks so that you can save thousands and make sure that you get your vehicle as soon as possible to not get unnecessary delays. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to cut it here unless you got something you want to add.
No, that's
We're
perfect.
good. Do you want to sign out? What are we going to wish people, Mavi?
More cars, more power.
Take care.
2023.
For 2023, wish you more cars and more power. There you have it. Good luck, y'all. Take care. Goodbye.